in the next one.
Look, the last place the government belongs is in between a woman and her doctor. And they keep an income that's to protect
Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to r/pro event. Listen to stories about today's episode is one because people like to dig a little deeper into stuff. But I'm so glad I decided to read it because this review is incredible. And I don't want to give away anything. So I'm just going to get straight into the story. I hope you stay for the story today and do and I'll send you a cookie. I met online well over 6 years ago through an online game by the name of RuneScape. He was 14 and I was 17. But I felt like we could escalate as the years went on, and we began seeing each other in person every few months or so. We happy in my life, as he was happy to have me. As I got older, I began to play RuneScape less and less, as work took up most of my time, and he continued to play regularly, if not more than he had when I first met him. He could never really hold down a job and barely had an income, but I supported him throughout the years, and even paid his rent across the country after he moved out of his parents' house a few years ago. Because he was a sweetheart, but we began to have problems. In November of last year, I was short on cash and having to pay my own living expenses, along with car repairs and bills from the state. I just couldn't afford to support him at the time. When I called him one night to discuss it, he freaked out and started crying that he didn't want to live with his parents again. I tried to help him find a temporary job until I could start providing for him again, but he wasn't happy. Would abuse him if he went back home, which I know from stayed with me several times. They've given him the world. I eventually did calm him down, but he remained passive-aggressive the entire night, and we eventually hung up. Because I cared about him, I reached out to his father the next day and informed him that he would probably be moving back home after his lease expired that month. I explained how I wouldn't be able to afford paying for his living for a month or two, and if there were any local jobs he could work in order to, make an income. Apparently, a friend of his father needed help managing a small warehouse for his business, and was looking to potentially hire my boyfriend for the season. He paid $15 an hour, and was super easy, lifting boxes, sweeping floors, and taking inventory. I brought it up to my boyfriend. He was not having it. Not only did he not want to work in a warehouse, but he didn't want to work at all. All he had to do, day in and day out, was play RuneScape. I brought up a few other job listings I found in his area, and he immediately shot all of them down his list. Not only do I work 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, I'm also an industrial meteorologist. If I remember correctly, that's a
Yeah, I don't think you want to touch that webbing, that webbing.
considered decided to give him another chance, and looking back on it, it was a big mistake. He had moved back with his parents and I lied, and I told him I was fine. When he came to sleep, I let him climb into bed with me, and he tried initiating sex because it was our final night together. I rejected him as I could, without tearing his mind completely off. He was disappointed, but went out like a light. Immediately after he went to sleep, I reached over and unplugged his phone. He was reading through his messages with the girl. I feared that I had misunderstood the message. I was right after all. Not only had he been cheating on me, he had been cheating for nearly 6 months. I scroll through probably my insides apart and kick him out of the house and onto the street. But I didn't. In fact, I gave him as much love as of coins, totaling over 8.5 billion in-game coins. Now, what to spend it on? I wanted to waste his life earnings on the most useless, stupid thing I can think of. I logged into my main account and reached out to a friend of mine. Massive stacks of burnt food in the game. Totally unaware, burnt food in the game has no use. You can't unburn them. You can't eat them. You can't even sell them on the Grand Exchange. They are, however, tradable by players. I've always poked fun at the guy for collecting burnt food, since there's literally no use for it. But I was out more today than ever. I asked him what the most obscure, unwanted burnt food item was, and he replied. $2.147 billion coins, and left a very happy customer. I dropped the 6,083 burnt spiders into his bank, but still had about 6 billion coins left to spend. With the remaining money, I decided to treat myself. I went into the Grand Exchange and ended up going on, all of which went straight into my account. He still had about an extra billion. So I spent $5. All of which I gave away to a guy who was people outside of the exchange. Nothing was left, so I decided to imagine spending 14 years of your life items, etc. To log in one day to see nothing but a pile of bones in your bank. This is so cruel. You ruined the tens of thousands of hours of put into the game. Well, it was time that you learned that I can be a mean bitch. After spending every last coin in the day, and nothing was the defense just for myself. Well, sounds like a good thing. I hope his account progressed, right? Well, no. Unfortunately for my ex, he had what players commonly do. Never dared to level his defense skill from level 1. In order to keep the lowest defense stats, but have the highest offensive stats. Well, not anymore. Have fun with your permanent level 6 defense. Cycling through hundreds of possible forms, I settled on getting rid of his house. It's quite an achievement in RuneScape to have a nice house of your own. In fact, he had one of the nicest houses I've ever seen in the game. In order to have built it, he must have spent well over a few billion coins. And too bad I disassembled it all in a matter of minutes, deleting it all into cyberspace. And there's no insurance either. He's gonna have to rebuy everything with his non-existent money if he wants a new house. Bye-bye, Cassidy cheater. Everybody know that he's a dirty cheater. I obviously won't drop his username here, but I did the best I could to but wasn't a sincere effort at fixing and ending the relationship, but also scaring him away by threatening to take him to court over sharing my nudes and possibly filing a cease and desist. He would have contacted me soon. I don't plan on doing anything.